Yes, there are bucket lists, but atop every one of those bucket lists is that one item that you really want to achieve before that bucket's kicked. I want to hear about yours. Stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program. And yes, that means you. Now, joining is real easy. All you've got to do is point your browser to zoom.us. Whoops, right there it is. Click on Join a Meeting, and when it asks for it, enter that meeting ID number. There is one just like it in the description box below. You will come up in my green room, and I will bring you up. First come, first serve, as time allows. I will be here for about the next hour. By the way, my name is Jim. I am the host of the Video Call-In Show. My job during this next hour is to listen and learn to and about you. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, whether or not you'd like to be on the show or just occasionally pop in and watch the proceedings, why, by all means, hit that subscribe button right now and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. So once again, good evening, everyone. How are we? Let's see. I want to say hello to a few folks that have showed up in the chat. Sean McKenna, how you doing? All ready to become self-sufficient, maybe to make a legacy around the things that I've done in my life. That is a wonderful, wonderful must achieve. By the way, tonight's subject has been brought to you and suggested by M. Living Art. M. Living Art, a friend of the show. She's actually been on for a one-on-one. And man, is she creative. Just look at that. It's a wonderful looking channel. And some of these videos are just awe-inspiring. Just awe-inspiring. Love what she's doing. So thanks to M. Living Art for suggesting tonight's topic. And you too can suggest a topic. Look in the description box for the email address, and you can also submit one. Now, you don't have to be on when I submit it, but I give credit where credit is due. And by gosh, I so appreciate those suggestions. One of the hardest things, I've said this many times before, one of the hardest things to do about this show is to actually come up with topic ideas, and getting it from the folks that really want to hear is fantastic. Just fantastic. And I thank each and every one of you. I try to get to them all. Sometimes I don't. What the thing is, the subjects that I choose are ones that I think I can, pontificate about. And that's not entirely easy, as you well know, because you've got to have something to say while you're waiting for guests, and even when the guests come on. So I choose those subjects that interest me. So not all subjects make it, but I will make the old college try on just about all of them. So submit away, folks. Let's see, who else do we have? We got Wendell Live. How you doing, Wendell? You got 2 new views on your on your Rocket Man video. I watched it yet again just today. It was awesome, dude. So creative. So creative. Susan Hamilton, always a pleasure to have you in here. How you doing, hon? Flash in your pan, Ed. What's up, man? What is up? Jackson Draws. How you doing? Jackson Draws has been on the show. I need to make you a moderator, my friend. Oh, at least, let me see. Have you been on the show? I think you have, yes. It's been a while, dude. Good to see you again. Jesse Mendez, how are you, my friend? Sammy from Studio Geek 32. How you doing, Sammy? Always a pleasure to see you as well. Mia Diva Rodriguez, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Love to see you here as well. Chris Hope, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. And Jenny Marcez here. How are you? Hey to you as well. Above and Beyond Drones, Jim, good to see you. Break the cycle by just getting by and making my granddaughter smarter than that. That's great, Jim. That is absolutely fantastic. Bob Dip, where have you been, man? I hope everything's okay. Good to see you again, man. Patty Broussard, how you doing? Always a pleasure having Patty here. Fat Crack. I just like saying that. How you doing, Fat Crack? He says, sorry I'm going to miss the stream. I'm going to sleep. Good night, brother. Hey, good night, Fat Crack. Thanks for swinging by, man. If you would, if you're still here, just make sure you hit that like button. And by the way, guys, I've had the darndest time posting these to Facebook, and it's kind of sad when I look at my my Reddit, because I don't hang out there too much. Who in here has a Reddit account and uses it on a regular basis, or even doesn't use it on a regular basis? Who has a Reddit account? Give me a hashtag R in the chat if you would. All right, let's see, who else do we have in here? We've got excuse me, Emmanuel Gaffi. Welcome to the show again, my friend. As always, New Orleans girl, how you doing? How are you doing? I hope you guys are all well. Arthur Moorhead, hi to you, my friend. I'm glad you found us this time, Arthur. I know you're having trouble finding getting notified. That's great. That is fantastic. A few house cleaning items before we get too much further. One, you all know that the YouTube chat is going away in 2 days, as a matter of fact. Still sad about that. So just make sure that you prepare for that if you're using it at all. Shauna Marie Penny, how you doing? Oh, and there's Mike from the Creator Spotlight Show. How you doing, Mike? Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks so much for being here. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah. So if you do have, and I see a couple R's in here. I have like 2 followers on Reddit, and I post every one of these shows. I'd appreciate you guys if you would follow me. And it's literally right there in the, whoops, way over here. It's just a video calling show. And I think it's, u/video calling show. Tell me about it, Patty. Yeah, I know Reddit's like, but I try to get on there. I try to make comments and help people out, answer questions and that sort of thing. But I just have so much time. There's only so many hours in the day. Now, as soon as they add 2 more hours per day, I will get so much more done. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still waiting for them to do that. At any rate, I would really appreciate if you guys jump over to Reddit and I think it's a follow is what they do. That would be cool. That would be cool. And hey, by all means, share my content. If the nice part about Reddit is you get to share it to a bunch of strangers, and there's no fear of me embarrassing you to your friends and family. Oh, I haven't told my story about opening up to my friends and family on Facebook. I did so on my birthday in July, and that was a mistake because I mentioned my birthday in that post, and I got a crap ton of happy birthdays, not one mention of the show. Oh man. And I have yet to see them either in the chat. Well, I may not know, but I haven't seen them in the chat, nor have I now I know some of them have been watching. You know who you are. But, but that was all they did. All they did was tell me gave me happy birthday wishes, which is great. But that wasn't the object, because birthdays to me are not that important. I just don't put that much stock into them. It's great when you're a kid, and of course it's great when you're in the autumn years. But it's one of those things where it's just another day, and it just so happened I didn't have anything to do with it. It just so happened. I guess I was lucky enough to be born that day. But anyway, I tell you what, rather than listen to me yammer on about that sort of thing, I think that's the only thing I had to talk about on that. I mean, I do absolutely have a must achieve before I kick the bucket. In fact, I have several of them. One I've already accomplished. If I had a bucket list 33 years ago, I would have said, to have offspring that were as good or better people than I am. And I've already accomplished that. So, aces. I've said for years, I could die tomorrow a happy man, because I've done so many things that I'm proud of, and that fills me with contentment. So if something were to happen that's awful, I wouldn't think, oh gosh, if I just had another few more years, I would have done that. Although this is actually one of them, But I won't get any further than that. How's that for a lead off? Let's bring up our first guest, shall we, and see what their must accomplish before their time is up. Let's see. And I've got some typing to do. Can you hear me? Not yet. That's okay. We'll wait. Oh, I heard him that time. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. How you doing, Sammy?
Hi.
So what about you? Do you have anything? I mean, you're such a young man at this age, that's going to change 100 times. But today, what is the top priority for you to get accomplished?
Okay. So I'm trying to make like a milkshake shop or something like that that you can order yummy milkshakes.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to put it on Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that stuff. So that would be cool if I have a company that I can make milkshakes, and then you can just press an order and there's different kinds. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Would be cool. You're talking about like a kiosk system of some sort?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What got you into milkshakes?
I don't know. I just love milkshakes. Everyone does.
I think you're right. I have not met a person in all my years. I have not that I know of. I have not met a person that has said I do not like milkshakes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yummy Shakes, says Bob Dip. That would actually be a good name, wouldn't it? Yummy Shakes. Shimmy Shakes. Ooh.
Yeah.
Shimmy Shakes. Is there anything out there? Hey, Recycle Dude, how you doing, man? Premier Hell, how you doing as well? Good to see you. I wonder, guys, go out there and look and see if there's a Shimmy Shakes out there. I think that would be fantastic. Sammy Shakes, Shimmy Shakes. That's cool, man. What else you got on your mind? Anything?
My life has been crazy. I have been missing a couple episodes of the video call-in show because school is back.
Sure.
And I have been going to sleep earlier.
Yeah. Well, that happens. How did you end up staying up late on this Monday night?
Because I took a nap.
Oh, I see.
I usually take a nap, but this time it was like good, like when you get those like juice naps.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't have to tell me, man. I almost take one a day, and I used to hate them.
I love them.
Really? Wow. When I was your age, I hated naps, and I tell you why. Well, like midday naps, I would always wake up feeling awful for some reason. And it wasn't until I would turn maybe, I don't know, 40 that I just started loving them.
Yeah.
And just short ones, 15, 20-minute power naps. I'm good to go.
Yeah, that's me. Like, I can sleep in the car, and then it dries. And then I realize that sometimes I can still go to sleep at 10 p.m., but still wake up very early. Because today I woke up so I don't know why I was so tired yesterday. So I fell asleep at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up at 12 a.m.
Oh.
And then at 3 a.m. I went back to sleep.
Oh, geez. That'll take its toll on you when you get older. Those kind of weird hours. Yeah, believe me, I know. Because I
And
have.
then
You what? You what?
I just said I just powered through the day. So.
There you go. There you go. Well, you at
And
least, yeah, you at least had about 6 hours of sleep, and at your age, that's good. Should be 8 though. Should be 8.
I usually have 8.
Yeah, yeah.
When I'm not less tired, I usually go like at like 9:30, and I get 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Sometimes.
Yeah, they say that there's more to that than we even know. So it's extraordinarily important to get that sort of that 8 hours if you can. Yep, absolutely. Well, Sammy, I am glad you were able to make the show tonight, man.
Yeah. And I saw you were more active on Instagram.
I wouldn't call it more active. I just I went in there hoping to be more active and followed a few people, and but I don't think I've posted anything outside of maybe artwork. But oh geez, it's gosh, so much, just so much.
You have 38 followers.
I do?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. I had no idea. I think when I started that, when I did that the other day, I literally had 2. So I recognize that guy. 38 followers. Yeah, following 42. I'm lopsided, but that's okay.
Oh, maybe when you followed those other people, they followed you back because they know you.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because I picked a whole bunch of people that I recognized, of course, because I like to follow all you guys that show up to my show. Those of you who have been on the show, I like to follow your social media when I can, even though I can't concentrate on social media all that much. But I do, like I'll see occasionally go on Twitter and all of your stuff comes up, and it's only like once every 2 or 3 days I'll go through and I'll like what I like and just but man, it's just so taxing. There's so many of them. I'd hate to see it all be combined into one area, but I tell you, it would really help. Let me say hello to we've got a lot of new people in here. Sammy, give me a minute here. Luke Duke's come in. How you doing, Luke Duke? And who else did I see here? JD Tremaine, welcome back to the show, man. Good, always good to see you. Ghana, how you doing? Outdoorsy gal, oh Chrissy, good to see you as well. Okay. Yeah, man, social media is just so hard for me to keep up on. Just so hard. And I feel bad about it. Should I feel bad about that, Sammy?
No, it's hard.
Good, man. Thanks. I needed that.
It's so hard for me to keep up with social media too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I rely on email notifications, and that's not always consistent any more than YouTube notifications are, and that really pisses me off. Because I love just popping open my email and then going through all those, but when it doesn't happen, and then I'll go on that social media platform, and there's like all kinds of things that have happened. It just really bums me out because then it looks like I'm being inattentive, which I am in a way, but this isn't about me and my social media ills. How are you at keeping up on that sort of stuff, Sammy?
I'm pretty good.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely your generation.
Because I have all notifications.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
and with the iPhones, there's this like stack feature with all of your notifications. That is already built into the OS. So when I swipe down, I can see all of my YouTube notifications.
Sure.
All of my Twitter notifications, all of my Gmail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's really nice, so that I can click on it and it just pops up.
Yeah, yeah, that is nice. Well, you know, your generation is going to be one of the first to have grown up not knowing the world without those social media platforms. I don't know if that's a
Yeah,
good thing or a bad thing, but that is that weird? Does that sound weird to you?
that seems a little weird.
Yeah. Hmm. It's like mine.
'Cause-
Mine is the last one not to, or to have grown up without microwaves. And you that doesn't seem like a big deal, but the microwave revolutionized the kitchen and the way we eat.
yeah,
Yeah. It's like now you think, how did we even survive without that? In fact, your generation is one of the first that will grow up never knowing what it's like not to have cell phones in just about every pocket.
yeah.
It's pretty cool when you think about it.
Because I use my cell phone and it's like a portable computer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's got more computing power than a lot of my old PCs. I guarantee you that.
Still use them?
What's that?
You still use them?
No, no. I've either gotten rid of them or they're collecting dust. In fact, I've got a really old one right down there that still has XP on it, and that was probably an upgrade from Windows 2000. And I just don't use it anymore. It's too slow. I was going to use it as a server, and I just never got around to it because it's also got it's got Windows 2000 server on it as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know how to make a Mac OS server.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I have tons of Macs.
Mm.
So they are very easy to set up.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well, very cool, man. Listen, I don't want to keep you too late. I want to get Ed up here, and because I know you've got school tomorrow. But thanks so much for sharing, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, I like your new graphic.
Oh, thanks.
Am I the first one to notice?
I think you are actually. Yeah, yeah.
When did you update it?
Just for last night's show. It was the first time I did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looked like fancy.
Fancy. Well, fancy was what I was going for. Yeah. I mean, it was so much better, and it's so much cleaner because it's actually a vector based lower third rather than a bitmap, which is my old one was a PNG. And this one.
So you're doing all of this in vMix?
Yes. Yep. I just went. I opened up the GT title designer just for the first time, like Sunday afternoon, and I just rebuilt my lower third entirely in that. Now, the black area you see, and even the icon here. Now that's still a bitmap, and just it's sitting behind the actual lower third. But that entire lower third is here. In fact, I can show you. That entire lower third is vector based. And animated.
Wow, vMix. Wow.
I know. I love vMix.
And I noticed that you updated your intro.
What intro? Oh, you mean for the guest cuts?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's not so much an intro, just a different way to introduce the guest cuts. I was trying to downplay myself actually, because the guest cuts are for you guys, not for me necessarily. And so I thought, I'm just going to make it as benign as possible. In fact, if you look at the end screen, I no longer say, hey, if you want to subscribe and all that kind of stuff. It's just the fan art that Ghana made me, and then just two spots, one for my guests channel, and then the other one because you have to have a video up there is like my latest video. So
yeah.
Well, thanks for noticing, man. I appreciate that. That means you're watching my shit, the stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I watch like every video.
Oh,
but I don't.
You're too cool, Sammy. I appreciate that, man. More than you know. More than you know.
More than you know. I know more things than you know. I got mind. I can read your mind.
Oh man, get out of my head. Well, listen, Sammy, you have a good evening, man, and do well in school, will you? For me?
Yeah, I have been doing great.
Awesome. Awesome. And come back. Come back when you when you have one of those nights where you don't have to go to sleep early.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, take care. Oh, Sammy. What a great kid. What a great kid. Have I missed anyone else? Listen, guys, by the way, if love face crack, oh God, I can't even imagine taking on yet another social media property because there's so many. I also got to tell you that I have a Gab account, I have a Minds account. I don't know. I know I've got more. Well, of course I've got a BitChute account and what's the other video platform that actually allows streaming. I was just talking to I think Brad from Drone Kings and Darwin about it, and I've got one of those accounts as well. It's getting out of hand. Dirty D's, how you doing? Almost missed you there, bud. Raven the Blackbird, hello to you. How many hats do I have? Well, Wendell, I have a shit ton of hats. And you should save that for Thursday night show. It's another Ask Jim Anything. I'll promote that later. But to answer that question, Wendell, I literally have a ton of hats. But for the show, I actually have 4. This is one of them. I've got a dark green, a dark khaki, and a light khaki, for lack of a better term. But they're all tactical hats where they've got the Velcro patch here on top, in the back, and one of them has it on the sides as well. Not this one in particular. But this is, of course, for overhead, and this is usually for Ranger eyes, which are reflective pieces so that your teammates can see you as you're going through the bush. But anyway, yeah, I have 4 of them that I use for the show. Now, I don't know how many of those I have. I've never counted them. So don't ask. Or maybe for Thursday's show, I'll actually count those in anticipation of someone asking me, how many patches do you have for these hats? Because I'm a sick man and I've been collecting them for probably the last year, and I've had some for years. Okay. Enough of that. Let's bring up my next guest. And looks like he's cameraless. Unless he decides to turn it on in a minute. Hang on there, Ed.
I'm staying silent or faceless.
You're gonna be faceless this time. Let's try another merge on here and see what that does. Oh yeah, that worked out nicely. Ed, how the heck are you?
Oh, I've had better weekends, buddy.
Oh man, I don't want to hear that.
Oh yeah, I got some tragic news over the weekend.
Oh, dude, you don't have to share if you don't want to, but I'm sorry to hear that.
I will, because it kind of helps, I guess. The only bum thing is I don't know how to get a hold of any part of that part of the family.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, my cousin Marge and her husband had a residential kind of resort down in Baja, like Cabo San Lucas.
Sure, yeah.
And her husband died a couple years ago, and she decided to keep it and stay there. Well, just recently she was murdered.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then I got a phone call from my brother saying we're gonna have a party for Mom that we want to get everyone to, not on her birthday because it's like the 23rd. So they're going to do it in October, the middle of October. So I'm going to that.
Mm.
That's one reason why I'm not going to Vermont, Jesse and Luke. Now Luke's going in my state.
Oh, is he?
Thank you, Chrissy. We were planning a big birthday for my mom at 90, but that's 2 years off.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be 89. And my brother said I should probably really try and make it to it this year.
Make it to her 89th?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I called the shop today, told them, hey, I'm taking this off and this off. No mother may I or bossy may I or nothing like that. It's like I'm going to see my mom this date to this date. I don't care if I have vacation or not. I was planning on going in March, so I'd have a week's paid vacation.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, es la vida.
Is she's still in California?
No.
Oh.
Washington State.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And hopefully I'll be able to, like, my son's out elk hunting right now, so I hope he bags an elk.
Mm.
Would it be considered bagging an elk?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I hope he bags an elk. That way I'll have some elk when I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
But
enjoy that.
I was going to fly into PDX and just go over to Vancouver where my mom lives. But my son lives in Olympia and my daughter lives in Lacey. And if I fly into SeaTac, maybe I could stay with my son and visit with my grandchildren. And I'm sure they're going down to the party. So go down with them, spend some time with Mom,
Mm-hmm.
and then go back and spend some time with Joshua. Plus, Capitol Forest isn't far from where my son lives, and I have gold pans and sluices at my son's. So I might be able to get into some panning too before I have to go home.
That would be nice. Were you a panner when you a prospector when you lived up there?
Yes, sir.
Were you?
That's where it started.
Oh, okay.
I wish it started, like I'm sure you've heard me say this before. I wish I would have been ditching school to go panning and prospecting and dredging in California. But no, I was ditching school, go skateboarding and surfing and chasing girls in bikinis.
Oh, it was a trade-off. Now, you can't tell me it wasn't somewhat worth it.
Oh, hell yeah, it was worth it. I had a great time. Even the day I got kicked out of high school, it was fun. My 18th birthday, beautiful waves.
Nice.
I went to school late, and they're like, well, Ed, you know, I barely sat down, and it's like, Ed, principals.
Oh, man.
You know, here at Gilbert Continuation School. Oops, did I say that out loud? Here at Gilbert, we give money for how many students attend, blah, 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 blah. It was like Simpsons at that moment. All I heard from the principal was, wah, 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 wah.
Oh, you mean the peanuts?
Peanuts. Yeah, peanuts. And it was like, blah, 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 money, blah, 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 money. We don't give a crap about you, really. Money, blah, blah. And he's like, you could either go back to the beach surfing. It was September swells. It's that time of year for good waves in Southern California. And my board and wetsuit were in my El Camino, and he's like, well, you could either go back to the beach and surf, or you could go find a job. And I go, well, I think I'll go surf.
That is such a Jeff Spicoli story.
What is the one thing you want to achieve in life? Well, I have 3 great children that are far past my greatest expectations, and we have a Magic Jones raid.
And nice.
But I've always wanted to go skydiving.
Really?
Yes. And I'd like to do that before I'm like Jesse and too old.
Oh. Oh man, shot fired over the bow.
Sorry, brother. No, but I still would like to at least skydive once, even if I know it would have to be either tandem or static flying. Nonetheless, I love flying. Love it. I don't. Oh, F off. Love you too, brother. It was only good brotherly fun. But even when I got the airplane ride during the outing, Flash in Your Pan had the first time, our first outing, I got like a 40-minute plane ride from one of our guests. Flew in, and I told him there, if I die right now, Bob, I'm a happy man. If you crash and I die, I'm a happy man. Barrel roll. No, wrong plane for that. Okay. I would love to skydive. I would also, before I kick the bucket, would like to get down under and see at least the mainland Australia. I'd like to make it to Tasmania. And while I'm there, I would like to dredge for gold in New Zealand.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Maybe one day.
Well, this was a bittersweet one, Ed. Again, sorry that happened. I'm happy that you're getting to go up and see your mom for her 98th. And sorry about well, I guess the surf was up, so that wasn't a sad story.
Oh shoot. I've learned more from living life than pardon my English, I ever learned in any school growing up in Anaheim, California.
Oh man, there's a lot to be said for the School of Hard Knocks, dude. A lot to be said.
I've learned way more. What I learned in my schools was how not to get stabbed, how to defend yourself. Teachers don't give a shit about you in the big city. I didn't have a very good school life, you know. I was on the outside looking in. And well, many don't know this, but I was born deaf and couldn't hear at all till after my surgeries and tubes, which I couldn't have till after I was 4. So then I was stuck in EH classes all my frickin' life.
Oh yeah.
And no one in EH should ever use it as a crutch. There's a lot of very intelligent people in those. And Albert Einstein himself was dyslexic. They thought he was retarded. And hey, a lot of dyslexic people like me are way above average IQs and very intelligent people. And you can work through it.
Oh, absolutely. A good measure of character is those who do not use their let me just say deficiencies as an excuse. That's one way I see it. You can't, those, overcoming adversity is probably the best character attribute you can have, as far as I'm concerned. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I was done.
But hey, I'm sorry to bum everybody out with the news of my family, but it's been kind of heavy on my heart.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, man. I am sad about it. God, it's one thing to let go in your sleep. It's a total other to have something horrible happen, and that's never a good thing, man. So I wish you the best on that.
Yeah, my cousin Marge was a really cool person too.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah, but
that skydiving thing, man, I'm with you. If I ever do it though, I would want to do it enough to where I can finally go solo.
Yeah, I'd love to be. I've had some friends who were into skydiving, and they talk about jumping a pylon at the door and all get out and like dive bomb, watching the ground just come out at them. And then a guy I work with, he base dives, and he got in trouble for he would climb up radio towers.
Oh, so he was a base jumper.
He did base jumping. He skydived into Wetzel Land every year for like 10 years or something.
Holy cow.
Now he's really old, and he might be old as Jesse, but he's still working. Actually, I think he's older than Jesse. Jesse, are you 70 yet, old man?
I think he is. Yeah, I think he's maybe a year older than 71.
I thought he was like 68 or something.
I could be wrong. I probably just slammed him inadvertently. Sorry, Jesse.
Pretty soon you'll see a FU too.
FU, Jim.
Well, he'll have to include me too.
If I was smart, I would have done what my brother did and gone airborne when I was in the military.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because
that would have got a lot of jumps in then.
Oh yeah. Even still, my brother ended up breaking his back when his chute wrapped around him one time.
Ooh, not good.
Not good. He's lucky to be alive.
A guy I work with, Jack Frank, he was in airborne, and he shattered like 1 foot and all the way up his knee and stuff. Really messed him up. The trees broke his fall.
Yeah. Yeah, as fun as that sounds, it's not fun.
Thank you, Chrissy. I thought that was appropriate. So.
Oh, I didn't see that, dude.
It's a post I shared on FB. It's a mountain scene with a river. Yeah. And it says, rivers never go reverse, so try to live like a river. Forget your past and focus on your future. Always be positive. And my better half, Judy, she shared that, and I shared it from her. I got a few likes on there already. That was quick.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome.
And a share.
I like that. If I could only share stuff, good Lord, I've got, here's my, I don't know if you guys can see this, but, it gives me nothing after the drop down. So I go on a page I manage, and I get no page to manage. That's the problem I'm having with some of my social media when I go to, because I like to share this out every time I go live, just in case YouTube's not working. And right. And I have more troubles sharing it to my Facebook page than I do anything else. And it's not my personal page; it's the videocallin show page. Still have troubles with it. Such is life in
Get
the
that ass in.
digital world. I know.
You have anyone else in the green room?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, so we better wrap this one up and get them on. Only have one more, so that should finish out the show, Ed.
Yep.
Well,
So
dude,
on that note,
yeah, have a safe trip. If I don't talk to you, when is that happening?
I'm planning on flying out like the 16th or 17th of October.
Oh, okay. So in about a month. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if I don't talk to you before then, man, have a good flight and have fun while you're up there.
Do my best.
Say hello to Mom for me.
I will do. Hey, Jim says hi, Mom, and she'll say, "Oh, Jim Van Cleef," and I'll say, "No, not Brother Jim."
Oh, my other brother Jim.
That's right. Another brother of another mother.
There you go. Oh man, wait. You can't go yet. I don't know what your birthday is, but Chrissy just Outdoorsy Gal O said, "Happy birthday, Ed." When's your birthday, man? You don't have to say. I'm sorry. I don't mean.
No, it's okay. It's Wednesday.
Oh, dude. Awesome. Well, happy pre-birthday, man. If I don't talk to you before then. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you very much, Jim.
No problem, dude.
Chrissy. Thank you, Shauna.
Everyone wish Ed a happy birthday.
Oh, you're too kind.
Well, I'm assuming that you'll be getting up early and whatnot here occasionally this week, and you may not make it to the show. So let's just get her out there now.
Thank you, Gypsy R. Muchas gracias, Maria. Maya.
Mia Diva Rodriguez. I used to be able to roll real well. Rodriguez. Nope, not gonna happen tonight, man.
Would need don't ask Jesse. He can't speak Spanish.
Well, Ed, beyond all that, man, like I said, happy birthday and have a good night, dude. And thanks for bringing up that skydiving thing, because I hadn't thought about that for a long time.
Well, maybe we need to do it.
Maybe we should. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see another meetup, man. That'd be good.
Yeah, you betcha. There's an airfield north of you that offers skydiving.
I know.
We go through the ground school and bam.
Yeah, I went up in my first two-seater, and got to fly it around a bit from that very airport. I'm very familiar with it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, you're one step ahead of me then.
Oh, that was awesome, dude. It made me want to get my pilot's license, but then I thought, that's just a lot of money for really nothing. Because it's not like I'm going to make a living out of it or anything like that, and I don't have the desire to go up all the time. But I'd really like to have a pilot's license. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I hear you. I love flying.
I do too.
Big planes, small planes.
Yep.
I just love flying.
I do too.
If I could flap my wings and fly, I'd love that too. Only in my dreams on that one.
Maybe I'll have to bring up another dream show and you can tell us all about it. All right, you have a good one.
Like the dreams I have, I'm either flying or I'm running, like trying to run as fast as I can, but I'm going like slow.
Yeah. Like you just can't get away fast enough.
Right.
Yep.
I'm sure you've had them.
I have, yes. And I've actually had dreams where I confront whatever demons that are in my dream, like a nightmare. And every punch I throw, it's like I'm punching it underwater. It's like I'm throwing a punch underwater, but of course I'm not underwater. But it feels like it is. It's real slow, and I can't get it to connect like I know it should, and it just drives me nuts.
Been there, done that too.
Yeah.
In Slumberland.
Yep.
All right, my friend. I'll talk to you later and let you get to your guest. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ed. And you, like I said, man, have a good night and good day tomorrow, buddy.
Will do. Will do.
All right, we'll see you
Later.
That was a lot of information. By the way, I saw some folks that came in that I didn't get to say hello to. David, the producer, how are you? Welcome to the show as always. I tried to catch your show earlier, and I totally had got pulled away. I'm sorry about that, bud. Drone Kings and Darwin's here. How you doing, Brad? Always a pleasure to see you. And Gypsy Heart Entertainment. And apparently, we had a Magic Jones raid. Thanks, Jason and Gypsy Heart Entertainment. Good to see you. I got a pop up for his too. I always get notified of Magic Jones. That's something I never miss. And sometimes I'll just watch because I'm involved in something else. I'm unable to chat, but I always try to catch Jason's. Being a fellow musician, I love that sort of stuff. I hope I didn't miss anybody. By the way, guys, if you've got questions for me or my guests, make sure you tag me so that I can see them come up, because I've seen a couple. Oh, Gypsy Heart, as a matter of fact. I don't know why yours isn't showing up as red tags. I see you did actually throw the @ sign in there. And you want to know how to purchase a patch like you wear on your hat with your logo, willing to purchase. Oh, that's interesting, Gypsy Heart. I'm actually working with a firm to start creating these. I have just a ton of ideas for different tactical patches. And of course, you could go on eBay or several sites around the internet, even Amazon if you have to. And there are plenty of, just do a search for tactical patches or morale patches. You can even throw Velcro in there. Sometimes they can't use Velcro because Velcro is a trademarked term, but you will come up with no shortage. In fact, you'll see a whole bunch of these as you peruse, and a whole bunch of those as well as you peruse the offerings. Some of these I've gotten in the weirdest places, so you won't see another one like it. But hey, Dawson Strickland, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Been a while. Let's see. Let's bring up our next guest, shall we? Why not? We're running out of time here, but we will do this. More typing.
Hello?
Hello, Shauna. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you again. What's new and exciting?
Not much, but for me, the one thing I would want to try to accomplish before, in my lifetime would probably to. Oh, well, I know I have a teaching degree in cooking, but I have to be able to open my own restaurant.
Oh, that's an ambitious undertaking. And I have no problem with somebody when they say they want to open up a restaurant, that they open up a restaurant. But you should know going into it that there are two types of businesses that fail more than any others. One is restaurants. And I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. So you really got to plan down to the last detail on those sort of things. Like, your location is extraordinarily important. Your potential customer base is extremely important, given the type of food you're going to make for them.
Well, I can cook pretty much anything. So.
Right. But if you ever watch any of those like Kitchen Nightmares, you'll see that like Gordon Ramsay, who's an expert in the field.
Oh, I know. I do watch Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, whoa.
I know. It's like, wow. I didn't realize that, people were in that much trouble when they're opening a restaurant. But what happens is he finds a whole bunch of restaurants out there that have no focus. They're just making anything, and they're not good at, any of them, rather than focusing on a particular genre of food or, a specific number of dishes, so that they can get really good at those particular dishes and be better than their competition. So lessons to learn from those.
To me, I know how to cook Canadian, American, Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
you name it, I can cook it. Then again, I did have my 4-year bachelor degree in cooking.
Right. I would find somebody who has experience in opening restaurants to help you, because you got the cooking part down. Now you need the business side down.
My next door neighbor, she just gave up. Well, her restaurant was successful, but she was finding it too stressful
Mm-hmm.
because she started her own restaurant and her own pub.
Mm-hmm.
So she said if I need any help business wise, she should just come to her.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's always helpful to have a support network and a group of people who know what they're doing. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have a timeline in mind for this restaurant?
We're hoping by the end of 2020, but we're still working on permits and all that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. I am all about the entrepreneurial spirit, and anybody who's willing to take a risk like that is worthy of admiration. So I wish you the utmost in luck. Honestly.
My partner's behind me 100% all the way. So.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
My partner's behind me 100% all the way. So.
Oh, that's cool too. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Well, that would be fun. That would be fun.
Well, technically, this time next week will be my husband. So.
Is it next week? Wow. I didn't realize it was going to happen that soon.
We had plans to get married in June, but we got a letter in the mail there for a week or two ago saying that you have 30 days to get married or else your partner has to go back to your job.
Oh, I see. Sure.
Okay, that puts the wrench in.
That'll speed things up a little bit.
Yep.
Now, you guys are going to stay in your location, or are you thinking about going somewhere else?
No, he wants to stay here, which makes sense because he has a job here and he has friends here, and and then he applied to go to school himself and take a business administration.
Cool.
So makes sense for wanting to stay in our town.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're thinking about opening it up in 2020, I would get on that business plan now. And there are no shortages of resources on the internet that will help you put that together. But now's the time to start putting the business plan together. So when you actually start, when the rubber meets the road, you're ready to go. Just a little helpful advice there, and from someone who's started several businesses. Oh, hey, how you doing, Germany? Travel and personal guide, Darian. Good to see you, my friend. I saw someone else that didn't I? Thank you, Mia Diva. I appreciate that.
we do have a mind, like exactly where we're gonna put because my neighbor, like I said, that owned her own restaurant. She said we can take over the building if we wanted to, but we gotta put it in legal documentation.
Sure.
Which makes sense.
Oh yeah.
That involves lawyers and all this stuff, and but yeah. So.
Well, my fingers. What's that?
Pardon?
Well, what were you saying? You didn't finish.
We're hoping to get it all done by 2020 and actually take over the building and stuff. If it don't, then if it takes more time than that, then that's fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush. I'm only 26. So.
Yeah, you're only 26, and that's a great point. I don't be in a rush, because when you're in a rush doing something like that, that's when mistakes are made. I would take your time and make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row. Yeah. More advice from someone who started several businesses. Well, hon, we are at the top of the hour. Did you have anything else on your mind that you'd like to talk about before we wrap the show up?
No, that's about it, but I'm kind of nervous though because
when I had my last tooth out,
Yeah.
where they drilled it and they never took it out like a normal way.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a little tiny piece of my tooth back in the back of my gum.
Oh no.
So now they got to cut my gum open and then get that little tiny piece of tooth out.
Oh no. That doesn't sound fun at all.
Hopefully I'm numbed up so I don't really feel anything.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they'll numb you up. I'm sure you'll be just fine. But that seems like a big pain in the butt right there.
Yeah, it is. I thought I was done with dental work for a while.
Oh, honey, I'm here to tell you, it's never over. If everyone is doing what you should be doing, and listen up, folks, checkups and cleanings every 6 months.
Oh, I get my teeth cleaned every 6 months.
Good. I'm actually talking to those folks that are watching from home. Checkups, dental checkups every single 6 months. Do not deviate from that plan, and you will find yourself with a healthier mouth when you get older. Because the one thing you can't honestly replace is your real teeth. Sure, you can have a whole lot of implants and things like that, but why go through that bother when it all it takes is a half an hour to an hour once every 6 months? So
my dentist told me how they actually do implants. They actually cut your gum open. It's already been closed. They'll cut it open and then they'll drill a hole or something, and then they'll drill this thing in, and then they'll put fake ones in. I'm like,
yeah, they actually screw posts into your jaw, and they attach the sometimes dentures, sometimes partials, where the teeth are missing, and that's not fun. It is absolutely not fun. One of my clients is a dentist, and he does microscopic dentistry, and yeah, it's a process, and it's one that if you can avoid it.
Yeah, and then he said it's like $2,000-$3,000 per tooth. So I'd rather stick with no teeth. I'd rather stick with being toothless in places, and then compared to having fake ones put in it. That's gonna be easy.
I don't know. I think I'd go with the fakes. If for some reason I had to have all my teeth pulled tomorrow, I would either have just dentures or fakes installed. And when I say fakes, I mean implants.
Isn't the problem?
Yeah, because you would miss teeth. I know some older folks who have no teeth.
There's 4 down here that's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, you would miss them if they were all gone.
Yeah.
Well, listen, hon. Like I said, we're past 11, and I think I'm going to shut her down for tonight. And I so appreciate you coming on. And I'm still working on those cuts to send you. It's a matter of trying to find time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm busy with work, my own stuff.
You know how it is. All right, Shauna. Well, thanks for sharing and thanks for being here. And we'll talk to you next time. All right. Awesome. Take care, hon. Good luck with that wedding, by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
You bet. Wow, that was fast. I had no idea that it was going to be that quick for Shauna. And I mean that. I wish her all the luck in the world in that, both the wedding, the upcoming wedding, and her proposed restaurant idea. I think that's fantastic. I love when people have the foresight to think ahead and have the entrepreneurial spirit and want to start things. And like I said, restaurants are some of the hardest things in the world to start and keep running. So you've got to dot the I's, you got to cross your T's, you got to have all your ducks in a row and make sure that all the research is done so that that your market is strong enough to sustain a restaurant. I also wanted to say hello. I didn't get to say hello to, where was that? Awesome Epic Adventures. How you doing? Thanks for being here. And M Living Art jumped in. How you doing, M Living Art? This is actually your show. This was an idea of yours. I'll throw your page back up because I love it so. But again, thanks again, M Living Art. If you guys want to check out literally living art, then visit her stuff. And if it's your cup of tea, by all means, show her some love. And and she deserves it. It's great stuff. Man, I had some other things I wanted to say, and I just can't remember what they were. So I suppose I'll save them for the next show or something else. Tomorrow night, by the way, we are going to. I want to find out if you have a favorite celebrity, and that's the subject for tomorrow night's show. We all have people that we idolize. We all have people we look up to, and I want to hear about yours. So bring it tomorrow night. If I missed anybody in the chat, I apologize, but thanks for being here, all of you. And thanks to my guests. I am going to call it a night. This has been a good show. I had a lot of fun, learned some things, and really it was an exercise for me to figure out what it is that I want to accomplish before I kick the bucket. I already told you that I've already accomplished. David, the producer, said that he's already accomplished what he must have accomplished in this lifetime, and now the rest is gravy. I totally agree with you, David. My son is obviously that item, that legacy that I want to accomplish. But I want to be the best person. I want to be remembered as a good person. I mean, that is a legacy that I think everyone should aspire to. And what a great segue to make sure that you treat others the way you would want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a fantastic place. Thanks for being here, folks. Good night. We'll see you live.